In this video, I want to show you how to use Excel to find the probabilities from binomial and Poisson distributions. For the binomial distribution, n is equal to 10 and p is equal to 0.1. And so for f of 0, we want to use this formula. So this says equal binom dot dis. All right, so what you're going to do if you're doing this by yourself, you want to go ahead and say equal, start typing binomial, and it's that first option that you see, binomial dot dis. Click on that, and once this comes up, you can click this function right here, but you have to wait until you see the parentheses. Once this opening parenthesis shows up, then you can go ahead and click this function. Right? When we click this function, we're going to see some options. This wants us to put the number of successes in n trials. So for us, that's 0, because we want f of 0. So x is equal to 0. So this is the value of x. The trials is little n. So the number of trials is 10 in this case. The probability of success in any one trial is 0.1. That's p. And then for cumulative, you're going to say false. So we're going to start typing false and put false in there. Then enter that. So that's it for f of 0. For f of 2, it's going to be very similar. So what you can do is actually copy this thing down, right? So you could just copy this down to here. Just copy. Make sure you copy the formula as well, because that's what we're going to use. When we do this, let's click function again. We're going to change only one thing. We're going to change the 0 to 2. We're going to still say false. We're going to say 10. We're going to say 0.1. So then we say OK. We have our value for f of 2. So f of 2 means the probability that x is exactly equal to 2. This one wants the probability that x is less than or equal to 2. So that one is f of 0 plus f of 1 plus f of 2. To get this one, we're going to copy this formula down, and then we're going to make one change. Okay. When we go here, let's click the function again. It's still going to be 2 that we use. It's 10, it's 0.1, but instead of false, we're going to say true. Because guess what? Less than or equal to means cumulative. So once we see less than or equal to in probability and stats, we're going to say, okay, this means cumulative distribution. That means everything up to and including the number 2. And so that's what we do. Again, we're going to just say true instead of false, and we should have our answer. For the expected value of x, we're going to just do the multiplication. So we're just going to do n times p, so 10 times 0.1. Then for the variance of x, we're going to do 10 times p times 1 minus p, which is 0.9. Then for sigma, we're just going to do square root. So in Excel, I'm just going to say equal square root and then refer to the cell with the variance, which is B7 for me. So let me show you. So B7. So that's it for the binomial. Let's now turn to the Poisson. And for the Poisson, we're going to use the mean from this exercise up here, from this one. Okay? So we're going to use that mean, so it's going to be equal to 1. So mu is equal to 1. Let's go ahead and start typing in Excel again. So this time it's going to be equal. And by the way, whenever you're doing a formula in Excel, you have to put the equal sign. Don't forget that. So let's do the Poisson. Start typing Poisson. And Poisson is French, so we have to say it with that French accent. And so Poisson is right here. Let's go ahead and get x, which in this case is 0. But again, I like my little trick where we go up to the function. So once you have it so that you see the opening parentheses, you can go ahead and click function. And it gives you the names of what you're trying to do. So this can help a lot in terms of remembering what you need. So x is what it says, it's 0. And then the mean, remember, is 1. Then cumulative, this one is false. Again, because we want the probability that x is exactly equal to 0, f of 0. So that's our answer. Then we want it for f of 2. Again, just like with the binomial, you can copy this formula down. I like to drag it a lot, or you can just copy paste. However you like to copy paste, you can do that. Some people like to do Control C and then Control V to paste. That's perfectly fine. When we come to here, let's go ahead and plug the value of 2 instead of 0. The mean is still 1. We still are going to say false. So then let's just say OK. So we have our answer again. The final question, we want to do the cumulative probability. So again, we're just going to copy this down and we're going to change one thing. And that one thing is going to be from false, we're going to say true. And we're going to have our answer as 0.92.